Supatra Sasuphan was born in Bangkok, Thailand, with hypertrichosis, an extremely rare condition that causes excessive hair growth. Her face, ears, arms, and back were covered with hair from a very young age. Because of her appearance, she attracted international attention and was once recognized by Guinness World Records. As a child, Supatra had to live with many challenges that most people never experience. Classmates and strangers often stared at her, and some children teased her because they did not understand her condition. Despite these difficulties, Supatra tried to live like any other young person. She enjoyed spending time with friends, studying, and taking part in school activities. Hypertrichosis affected many parts of her daily life. Doctors attempted different treatments, including laser procedures, but the hair continued to grow. Since there is no simple cure, Supatra and her family had to find ways to manage the condition. Her greatest challenge was dealing with public attention. People around the world became curious about her life, and she had to learn how to stay confident while being different. Over time, she became an example of strength for many people with rare conditions. One emotional fact about Supatra is that she has often said that love and friendship are more important than appearance. Her story has inspired people to think differently about beauty and acceptance. Jono Lancaster was born in England with Treacher Collins syndrome, a rare genetic condition that affects the development of bones and tissues in the face. Doctors estimate that the condition affects only a small number of people. Jono was adopted when he was still a baby and grew up with a family that encouraged him to believe in himself. Treacher Collins syndrome changed the shape of Jono's face and caused hearing problems. As a child, he often felt different from the people around him. He experienced bullying at school and struggled with questions about why he looked the way he did. Simple activities, such as meeting new people or speaking in public, could be stressful. However, Jono refused to let his condition control his future. As he grew older, he became a fitness trainer, motivational speaker, and advocate for people with facial differences. He has traveled to different countries to meet children and families living with the same condition. The biggest challenge Jono faced was learning to accept himself after years of bullying and rejection. Instead of hiding from the world, he decided to share his experiences openly. An emotional fact about Jono is that he spends time mentoring children with Treacher Collins syndrome, helping them build confidence and showing them that they are not alone. Juliana Wetmore was born in the United States with a severe form of Treacher Collins syndrome. The condition affected the growth of her facial bones before birth. According to reports, doctors described her case as one of the most serious examples they had ever seen. From an early age, Juliana underwent many surgeries and medical treatments. She experienced problems with breathing, eating, and hearing. Her parents worked closely with doctors to provide the care she needed and to help her live as comfortably as possible. Daily life involved regular hospital visits and long periods of recovery. While many children spent their time playing, Juliana often had to focus on medical procedures and therapy. Despite these challenges, her family shared stories of her cheerful personality and determination. The greatest challenge Juliana faced was the large number of operations required to improve her health. Treacher Collins syndrome affected almost every part of her daily routine, making ordinary tasks much harder. An emotional fact about Juliana is that her story brought international attention to children living with craniofacial conditions, encouraging many families facing similar struggles. Adam Pearson is a television presenter, actor, and disability advocate from London, England. He was born with neurofibromatosis type 1, a genetic condition that causes tumors to grow along nerves. In Adam's case, the condition changed the appearance of his face during childhood. Growing up, Adam faced many difficult experiences. People often stared at him or judged him because of the way he looked. He was bullied at school, but he continued to focus on his education and personal goals. Over time, he decided to speak publicly about disability and social acceptance. Neurofibromatosis affected Adam's daily life in many ways. He underwent medical treatments and had to deal with public reactions wherever he went. Instead of avoiding attention, he used his experiences to educate others about rare conditions. The biggest challenge Adam faced was fighting stereotypes about people with facial differences. He worked hard to prove that appearance does not determine a person's abilities. Today, he is known for his television work and for promoting disability awareness. An interesting fact is that Adam appeared in the film Under the Skin alongside Scarlett Johansson, helping bring more attention to people living with visible differences. Melanie Gaydos is an American model, actress, and artist from the United States. She was born with ectodermal dysplasia, a rare genetic condition that affects the development of the skin, hair, teeth, nails, and other parts of the body. Because of this condition, Melanie has very little hair, missing teeth, and an appearance that many people are not used to seeing. As a child, Melanie often felt different from the people around her. She spent a lot of time in hospitals and dental clinics, where doctors tried to help with some of the problems caused by her condition. Everyday activities that most people take for granted, such as eating or caring for her skin, could be more difficult for her. School life was not always easy. Melanie faced bullying and unwanted attention because of the way she looked. Many people judged her before getting to know her. However, instead of hiding from the world, she decided to use her unique appearance as a strength. As an adult, Melanie entered the fashion industry and became known for challenging traditional ideas of beauty. She appeared in music videos, fashion magazines, and international campaigns. Her success helped people understand that beauty comes in many forms. The biggest challenge Melanie faced was overcoming society's expectations about appearance. She had to build confidence in a world that often values looking normal. Through her work, she has encouraged others with rare conditions to accept themselves. An emotional fact about Melanie is that she never planned to become famous. She simply wanted people to see her as a person first, not just as someone with a rare condition. Research media sources. Sarah Geurts is from the United States and lives with a rare condition called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. This genetic disorder affects the body's connective tissues, which help support the skin, joints, and organs. Because of her condition, Sarah's skin is unusually loose and fragile, making her appearance very different from most people her age. When Sarah was younger, she noticed that her body did not work in the same way as other people's bodies. Her skin stretched more than normal, and she often experienced pain and physical problems. Doctors later diagnosed her with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, helping her understand the reason for these challenges. Daily life can be difficult for Sarah. Simple tasks may require extra effort because the condition can affect movement and cause discomfort. She has also had to deal with people staring at her or making comments about her appearance. For many years, these reactions damaged her confidence. The biggest challenge Sarah faced was learning to accept herself. At first, she tried to hide her body because she worried about what others would think. Over time, however, she began sharing her story online and speaking openly about her condition. Sarah eventually became a model and an advocate for body positivity. By posting photos and videos, she has helped educate people around the world about Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and encouraged others to embrace their differences. An emotional fact about Sarah is that she once described social media as the place where she finally found people who accepted her exactly as she was.